Hello, welcome to Oz Scalemodeling, and welcome to part 21 of the Revell Queen Mary 2 ocean liner build. And if this is your first time watching this, it'd be a good idea to head back to the beginning. First of all, subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and head back to the beginning and watch this all from part 1, or the unboxing. So what I want to do here is just quickly show you, we've got the ship back on the bench here, because what I want to do in this video is I want to put this decking down on here, which also means connecting the bridge onto the front of it, because that's where we're up to. I also got it down on the bench now because we're getting close to having to put all the supports for the lifeboats on. So if we look at our instructions here, like we're doing step 53 and 54 in the lifeboats. I'll show you those in a second. 55 will be putting all these supports, which are already boxed up and ready to go. They're all painted. They just need to be all glued in place in the correct order too, because there's certain ones got to go certain spots. And of course, the boats connect to those. They don't glue to them. They just clip in apparently. So hopefully that'll go well. And then of course, on the other side, we do the same thing. And then we'll get down into the more small life rafts here. But that's a way off because I will show you now. There's our two little boats done in the orange. They came up quite well, the little launches. The rest of the boats have all been done in the gloss white. So they're all finished in gloss white painted. There's quite a few of those. I'll just show you some there. We've got the smaller boats here. All the hulls for those are all done. And then of course the top of those ones here also done white. Now, these ones will need to be masked up around because the only white part on this is around the outside of them. The top of them will be orange. Fortunately for me, I managed to get out and got myself masking tape. So I'm not going to run out now. I've got some 18mm and I've got some 6mm. This is the one we'll be using mostly for this. Definitely going to be good for the masking tape. The other tops of these ones are all painted and they're drying. I'll just go and show you those. Be back 1 second. These ones looking really nice. Look at that. You know, they only need a few little touch-ups of silver where the glass windows are in the top, and maybe a little bit of grey where there's a hatch that goes into the center where people come up through. There's the other ones, looking really nice. I may do a clear coat over these as well because these need to have decals put on. And going by the instructions for them, there's a few decals that will need to be put on the white section, looks like, along each side of the life launch there. But there's also the glass piece in the center for the windows, which are still on the sprue. Haven't touched them yet. They need to be painted dark, tinted. I'll use my gloss black for that, and I'll get those painted up as well. Okay, so that's what's going to happen in this video. Oh, and also the little propellers on the bottom of these, I'm going to paint them up silver as well, silver. So I'll just touch those up just to add a little bit of detail. And also my postal mail came, or if you watch my other video, you would see that I got my fishnet. There it is. So no, I'm not going to go fishing, and I don't have an aquarium. The fishnet is actually, I want to use this mesh here for the tennis court and basketball court surround. So that is obviously to stop any balls going overboard. And I figured this is the best thing to use, so picked up one of these. So yeah, we'll see how that works. Maybe in this video, we'll see. I've still got to do all the photo etch and prepare all that first for that, which is also a reason why I need to get this deck on, because that's all part of on this deck, as well as the mast that you saw in the previous video. The mast can go on here as well. All right, I shall get myself organized here and we'll get into it, eh? Back shortly. Okay, welcome back. So I thought I'd just quickly show you, I've done all the glass parts that go on these lifeboats. So they're all painted in the black gloss, up nice. And you're not going to see the top and bottom of this because they sit sandwiched between the top and the hull on the boat. What I've also done is these, I'm going to start masking all these up. So as you'll see here, it's going to take a little bit of time. There's 8 of them, which is not too bad. But I'm just covering all the white around them. I want to stay white. The rest is going to get painted the orange. Okay, so I'll get onto that now and we'll be back in a sec. Okay, welcome back. So I've got the tape off and these have come up really nice. The camera's not really showing the color as bright as it is. It's sort of a paler looking orange, but in reality it's a lot brighter. So I did a little touch of that front hatch up there with some silver metallic. Same with the back, which opens up for the stairs to go underneath, because people sit around on top here. I'll put a picture up in the corner here showing what it actually looks like on the real ship. So I think I've got looking pretty close. So what I've also done is with the black, there's the glass sections and there it is glued on. So I'm just in the process of gluing those on now, and you'll see that that's how that's going to look. And then of course the hull will go on under here, which I've already test fitted. It's going to be fine. Doing the right way around. Maybe it's that way. No, it's that way. So that will glue on there like that, and there is our launch lifeboat. Now of course there's decals to go on here as well. Focus, it's a bit better. So decals will go on here. There's some black markings, so I'll go ahead and do all that as well. But I'll get all these glued on for now. All these made up, and we'll come back and have a look at getting these decals on and see what they look like completed. Okay, back shortly. Okay, welcome back. So the lifeboats are now complete. Have a look at these. I've just done the clear coat, painted them all up. All the decals are on, and come up quite good. Really happy with the result on those. They're going to look so nice along the side of the ship. And then I've also got these ones here, the smaller ones. Again, all the decals. Well, for these, there's just the number of the lifeboat on there, as well as the lettering. See that? Nice clear gloss finish on that clear coat that I did. There's the rest of them. That's a bit better. They come up really nice. Especially these ones. I love the way those decals sit on there. Look at that. So I've sprayed them about an hour ago with the clear coat, so I'm going to leave them obviously for the whole day. So that sets perfectly. And now I'll just move this out of the way. We're back in a sec and I'll show you what I'm up to next. Okay, so that completes step 53 and 54. And one thing to note when you're doing this, the decals, is these are all numbered in a particular order. And if you go all the way to step 89, the last step, you'll see here that it lists the numbers. So 53 represents the smaller ones and 54 are the larger lifeboats. And then there's a decal number like 104, 106, 108, 110. It shows you which one they're for. And on each one of those will be the number of the lifeboat. So decal 110 on 53 is number 21. And 19, then we go to 17, 15, 13, and the same with the other side. So now I can go back and look at this and go, right. And I can go, right, so lifeboat 21 will go there. Lifeboat 11 will go there. So I can keep them in the correct order. They're going to be mounted. And talking about mounting them, these don't get glued on. They just sit on these structures here, which are the winches that lower them into the water. They're all done. They need to be put on pretty much in the next step. Just going back to where we were at. Here we go. So step 55 is actually here where we got to place all these and mount them all on the side of the superstructure here. And then, of course, the lifeboats can be put on at any time, but because they're not glued, that will be one of the last things I'll do. But also, it's time to put this tops section on the front here. So I've been putting that up, so we'll just drag this forward for a moment. Right, so this needs to be put on. And here it is here. Okay, so this will go on there along with the bridge, which will connect on the front. Already been test fitted, so that'll be fine. I did do a last minute check of the lights. They're all still working, because once that's sealed up, there'll be no more access to that. And once this is on, there's quite a few bits and pieces we need to do up on here, including around these courts and a lot of photo etch. And there's a piece we can add onto the back here as well, which sort of crosses over onto here. So, and of course the mast, which I'll probably put on as well, even though it stands up no higher than the funnel, so it shouldn't be an obstacle that could get knocked. It should be okay. All right, I will get on with this and get all this clamped on first, because that needs to be clamped on and held for a while. Although it is a nice, good fit, so it's not like I've got, you know, bits that are tight fit or anything. It is actually just lays down in its spot, so it should glue down nicely. All right, back shortly. Okay, welcome back. So as you can see, it's all glued and clamped down. I used more clamps than I thought because it wasn't as perfect a fit as I thought. Once you put this bridge area on, that sort of made it a little bit trickier. There's two little pins in there that have to line up. You know that then that's in its perfect spot, which means the whole deck has to be pushed back to its furthest point right here. So the only way is this has to be pushed way back perfectly for those pins to line up down there. But once they do, no problem. It's not buckled. It's not, you know, no problem at all. Just some of the sides here just need a bit of pushing together. That's why I've got these clamps on. And the bigger one here, just putting a bit of pressure. Anyway, so yeah, that just glued down, no problem. There was no need to clamp anything there. Just held it there for a little while until that Tamiya extra thin held in place, and it's fine. So I will leave that for the whole day. I mean, it's only about 10:30 in the morning. Just check, I think it is. yeah, 10 past 10 in the morning. So I'll leave all that now, and I'll go sort out all our little bits and pieces that we need for the lifeboat supports and hoists that will need to go along the side there, because there's certain ones in certain positions that are needed as well. Going by this, we've got some labelled 51 and 52, so I just want to make sure they're all going to be in the right spot, which you'll see here. See, there's these ones. So 52 are for the larger boats, so I'm just going to get them all out of my little containers and lined up, ready to go, and just test fit them all along the side. I can do that while these clamps are on. Okay, progressing well. Next time we come back, those clamps will be off, and maybe we'll have the lifeboat supports in place. Okay, you may notice my voice is a little bit deeper. I've got a bit of a sore throat, and just recovering from the big sea, I think. Anyway, I'll catch you all shortly. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So I've got the top on. I left those clamps on for about 3 or 4 hours. That's all they needed, and it's all down nice and secure, including the bridge area. And now I'm working on the racks for the lifeboats. So I put one in and it slotted in perfectly. There you go. And then the one next to it will go beside it. But these boats, I figured they're a bit, they do fit. You've got to, flip the little hook there in one end, and then this bit goes in the back. But what I found is that I need to get my fingers in there to pull that out and let it clip in there. And that would be difficult if I had all of these in place first. So what I'm going to do is I've just glued that one in. So that'll be right in a few seconds. So what I'll do is I'll put the boats on as I go. So I'm going to place all the boats along as I go. They're not going to get in the way. I was concerned that maybe fitting the railings, they might get in the way. Plus I've got some boxes for the deck chair cushions to go in. They've got to go in there, but these shouldn't be in the way for any of that. And if I had to, I could take them off anyway. So that's not a big deal. So yeah, so all those will go on there. We've also got the larger version, these ones here, which will also go on. They're more towards the center, and I'll pop all those on. So yeah, it's looking nice. So I'm going to do all the way along here, put all these on, and then I'll go and do the same on the other side, and we'll come back and have a look at the result. Okay, excellent. All right, and while I'm here, I will tick off step 53 and 54, which is completely done, and then soon we'll be able to tick off 55 and 56, which is the opposite side. And then we go on to the Zodiac lifeboats here. There's a heap of them. I do remember, didn't know how many, I can't remember, but they're all the inflatable lifeboats, which all go on here somewhere as well. But they're still on the sprue. They've got to be taken off, tidied up, painted, so forth. And by the looks of things, all done in order too. But we'll get there. Okay, so I will get on with this and be back shortly. Cheers all. Okay, welcome back. So there's our top view of all the lifeboats on, and they all went on fine, no problem at all. And yeah, come up really well. So what I have to do now is, I was going to put the other little launch boats in, but I realized that the railings need to go on before I can put them on. And there's a door on either side I've forgotten to paint the wooden brown, so I'm going to do that just on either side. But now the main thing to do will be the inflatable life rafts in all their little containers, which you will see there. So I need to go through, sort them out. Looks like some go on top of the others, and got to make bundles of these up so that they can all get put on. Well, they actually go sort of on this end here, but there's some other bits that need doing before that, including railings. So again, more railings will need to go on before they do, along with the little cranes that we did. Remember those ones in there? There's those little winches, which are now, I think, they're for putting those Zodiacs out. Yeah, so they've got to be put on at some point too. So I will get those painted up and glued together, and we'll have a look at them. And I'll put a picture up in the top corner, just here, somewhere there, showing you a side view of all these lifeboats sitting on their brackets here, because I just don't want to, could be bothered bringing the camera around. Okay, back again shortly. Hold there for a while we look at the picture. So they look nice, just swinging on the edge there. Okay, back shortly. Hey, welcome back. So got a bit of a different angle here, looking along the side of the ship, but all the lifeboats all mounted on. What I've done now is there's a few little areas along the top that I need to do. One is just on here, there's a railing that goes across there, which I've got here all painted up, bits of railing. So there's that one there. So I'm going to put that in place on there. Then I've got these bits here, which are, now that I've got this glued down, there's stairs just here on each side, and they have railings on them. Also across here, just move that so you can see that a bit better. I can bring it down a little bit. All right, so yeah, so just on there, and also on the top there is this here, and that will go just simply up on there. Completes that. Yeah, so I'm just working along and putting some bits of railing and stuff. There's some glass, I think they're like wind block shields that go across on there, but I'll get all those done as well. Also the inflatable life rafts, which I'll just move this back a bit down, see. So the inflatable ones, which will go in here, I've put them all together and painted them. So they're all ready to go in place. But I may need to do railings around there first. There's a fair bit of railings to go on there, as well as the little, I guess they're like hoists used to lift these, and some other stuff as well, racks that need to go on there as well. So, and also I'm probably going to put the railings all the way along here as well also. And then behind the back, I've got those boxes that I painted up a few videos back, where all the deck chair cushions and so forth go in. They're all, got to check my reference photos and find out exactly where they're all positioned. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Okay, welcome back. So I've put on the railing, as you can see on here. It's in place. I've done the ones, can't quite see, I'll just move the camera there. So little stair railings, I've just got to paint one of the top banisters on the outside of there. Those railings are put in across the top there. The tops of those are only white, so don't have to worry about them. Now moving over to here. So what I'm doing now is working on this area where all those Zodiac inflatable life rafts are kept, along with the winches that lift them overboard. and a lot of the railing. So what I'm doing is taking off individual pieces. So as you can see here, I've got the railing, which is already bent into shape, which sits on the back of there. Then I'll actually show you so there it is there. So what we got to do is, these are done. So these are the, sorry, there we go. So these are done. They're all done and painted up, put aside. They lift up each life draft in its container, and they must dump them over the side, lower them over the side. We've got these racks, or these pieces that sit on the railing at the back. As you can see, I've got to make 12 of those, so it'll be 6 on each side, plus 2 of these ones which are slightly wider, which go in position here. So the instructions show number 10 is that one on the end, which is one of these. Then we've got number 9, which are 1, 2, 3, and it actually looks like 6 on there, and will be the same on the opposite side. Number 8 is those is these, so they will go in. And then of course the rafts themselves, which we saw before, all painted up, they'll sit in there as well. But also on here, there's quite a bit of work, is railings. There's railings all across the front here as well, and they're all in individual little pieces. So there's a gap between all those railings where they must lower the rafts out of. And those gaps are represented up here by all these numbers here. So photo etch railing 198, 198, 198. So they're different sizes each piece, and they'll all have to be put in place as well. And mind you, all have to be painted, which is why I'm actually putting all of the pieces on this plastic, so I can take them and get them all painted, and I'll do one side at a time, and then we do the exact opposite on the other side of the ship. And then once that's all done, that will complete all of this. So I actually just ticked off number 13 here because we got those 2 railings on and the stairs on, and that completed that. In fact, all of this is all now completed, including that piece across there that we put on that I just showed, which is there. So this whole page will be done then, except of course there's these. So we've got 10 of these that folded into posts, and they go in different areas, 07, along the whole upper deck there, attached to the railings. Anyone know what they're called? There they are on the railings there. No idea what they are called or what they're for. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, if you put that in comments down below, that would be handy. Then that will complete that page. Oh, and of course, in the instruction manual, because we've got the Platinum edition here and we're using photo etch, then step 59 includes all the plastic railing that comes with the kit, which we won't be using, so none of that will get used. It does include the little motor launch here. The reason I haven't put that on yet is because I want to fit the railing along there first, because that sort of sits over the railing. I have test fitted it. It does fit between those lifeboats fine, but they'll have to wait until I've added all that extra railing all the way down the side of the ship. That I will do after I've completed both sides of where these Zodiac crafts are. And then 60, of course, will be what I'm really doing now. That's all those pieces going in, and there's all the life rafts going in as well. All right, so, and then we go to 61, and it's exactly doing the same on the opposite side of the ship in both cases, including number 62. And the next step I'm not even going to look at because I got enough here to keep me going. All right, back shortly with another progress update. Cheers all. Okay, welcome back again. So here we are where I'm testing the fit for the railing here. There it is there, it's all painted up. And I'm just making sure that when it goes in, and that's the position it's going to be, which is pretty much just like that. Good. That there's some points here where the lifeboats need to be connected up. And I just want to put one in. These will sit in there like that. There it is there. I bumped the railing, but there it is. So that will be fine. Clearing the back of there, okay. Because on that railing now, I have to put these here, which are also painted up. And they mount on the back of the railing and stretch across. Not exactly certain of the position yet, but I'll figure that out. And then on the other points that you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes there. And those are where these here go. Just open them up. So that's what these ones here are. And they will go pretty much into there like that. Again, I'll have to get the exact position. Sorry, my fingers are in the way, but yeah. It does look like those holes need to be made a little bit bigger, but that's where those will go anyway. If I remember right, I think I had to drill those holes. So I'll move all this out of the way. I'll test fit these and see how I go. But anyway, but they will basically go in there like that. There is a certain angle they go. I'll figure that out. So, okay, so I'll get on with this and we'll come back and have a look when all those bits are in place. Back in a sec. Okay, I thought I'd just show you the progress so far. So I've got the railing on the back there. I've got the life raft canisters there with the piece over the top, you can see, and our little winch sitting there exactly how it's supposed to be. So yeah, all fitted in really nice. Just have to do 1, 2, 3 more all the way along there. Okay, I will continue. Back again shortly. Okay, so finished. Done all that, including all the little railings in front. It's come up looking really nice. I put this railing in here. I'm going to put, there's a couple of boxes to go in for the deck chairs under here. I might as well do the whole side. But yeah, that's it. I won't film doing the other side because it'll be exactly the same. But yeah, it's come up really nice. I think it looks great. So that's it. We'll call it a video for here. That'll be the end of part 21. And not sure what I'm up to next. We'll go refer back to the instructions in the next video and see where we're at. It looks like, let me just have a quick look. Yeah, it does looks like we'll be working on the bow and putting on some of the bits and pieces on the front of the bow there. There's a crane up there, there's an anchor, some other bits and pieces. So yeah, onto a new part of the ship. All right, so if you have any comments, please put them down below. If you're watching this video for the first time, you can go back and watch all the others. We're up to number 21 here. Well, going on to 22 next. So please subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you get notified each time I release a video. And go back to the beginning of the playlist so you can watch them all from the beginning right through from the original unboxing. Give us a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video. Okay, bye for now. Cheers.